Hello again, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, welcome. This video is all about scams in Thailand. So if you're thinking about going to Thailand, if you're thinking about going on holiday anytime soon, this video is for you. You're probably going to want to educate yourself about the potential scams that you could come across in Thailand. FYI, these are all scams that I've previously come across, and some of them that I have been scammed by myself. Although Thailand is a beautiful holiday destination filled with beautiful beaches, culture, like all tourist destinations, there are scams, there are things to be careful of. And this video is basically to help spread the word about the scams and potential things that you have to watch out for, especially for people who have never been before. I feel like this video might be really helpful. Before we get started, if you've ever been to Thailand yourself, if you've ever experienced any scams, if you're going to go to Thailand, let me know in the comments section below. It'd be really good to hear everyone's stories and experiences. Okay, so let's not waste any time, let's get started. So first scam is the taxi meter scam. So if you're arriving into Bangkok airport, then it's very important to probably be aware of this one, since you're probably going to be getting a taxi from the airport to your hostel. So this scam is very, very common, and this is one that I've been caught out by myself. Basically, you get into a taxi, the taxi driver offers you a flat rate to go to a certain destination, wherever you want to go, and because you're new to Thailand, you're not too sure how much taxis actually cost, how much things are, you'll maybe accept this flat rate. And this flat rate will be about triple the actual rate that the taxi journey would cost if you were going by meter. Ways to avoid this scam are: insist that the taxi driver puts on the meter. They will have a meter in their car unless it's some dodgy taxi that you probably don't want to be getting into. However, sometimes they'll try to cover it up, or they will say that the taxi meter is not working. If they say that, insist that they put the taxi meter on. If they do not, then ask the taxi driver to stop and get out the taxi, because you will be charged a fortune, triple, maybe quadruple times what that journey is actually worth. Okay, scam number 2 is similar to the previous scam, but is the tuk-tuk scam. When you're in Bangkok, when you walk around, you will see tuk-tuk drivers everywhere, driving around, and a lot of them hanging by popular tourist destinations. So, when you're walking by, these tuk-tuk drivers will approach you and they will show you a piece of a sign that they've made, and they'll offer to drive you around the whole city, seeing all the main sights, for a really cheap price. In Bangkok, they offer you the equivalent of 50 pence to drive around the whole city and see all the major sights in the city. There is a catch involved. They'll drive you around the whole city, however, they will take you to certain destinations, for example, gem shops, suit shops where you can get tailor-made suits and outfits, and they will ask you to spend a certain amount of time in these shops. For me, it was 10 minutes they wanted me to spend inside a suit shop. So by spending 10 minutes or longer inside these suit shops or gem shops, these tuk-tuk drivers will then be rewarded with vouchers for their petrol. If you go on to buy something, they will get commission for that sale. So their incentive to take you to all these places is the fact that they think you're going to buy things, and they know that most likely tourists do spend time in these shops because they feel bad for the tuk-tuk drivers. If you refuse to spend time in these shops, the tuk-tuk drivers can get pretty angry and quite scary. So in order to avoid this scam altogether, I would advise just not to go on these tuk-tuk rides when they offer you something like that and it sounds too good to be true. Instead, negotiate a price before you go on the journey with the tuk-tuk driver. Tell the tuk-tuk driver that you do not want to go to any suit shops, no gem shops or anything like that. Make it clear that you do not intend to go anywhere except from the sightseeing places that you want to go to. Okay, so scam number 3 is also a very popular scam for tourists. If you're in Bangkok, you'll probably want to go to the Grand Palace, and this scam is basically when you go to the Grand Palace, or you get a tuk-tuk or a taxi to the Grand Palace, a local who appears to be friendly will approach you and will tell you that the Grand Palace is closed for the day due to a religious ceremony or something that they will make up, which will be probably very convincing if it's your first time in Thailand and you're not too sure how things work there. Anyway, instead of taking you to the Grand Palace, they will offer to take you somewhere else. And this ties in with the last scam I've just mentioned, because they'll try to take you to gem shops, suit shops, other places, a shopping trip maybe, where they will make lots of commission if you go to these places and if you buy stuff. So, best way to avoid this scam is look on line to see the opening times of the Grand Palace or any tourist attraction that you plan to go to, the likelihood is that it will be open and it's not closed. Don't agree to go anywhere with a friendly local or someone who offers to take you somewhere else that you didn't intend to go to, because it will probably be a scam. I haven't actually been caught out by this one myself, but I know people who have, and it's very, very popular. And these people are usually so convincing as well. So just be careful, have your wits about you, and yeah, don't listen to strangers who approach you. Okay, so scam number 4. So basically, this one is not so much a scam, however, it's something just to be cautious of and aware of when you are out and about in Thailand, and pretty much any touristy destination you go to, really. So from my experience in Thailand, usually when you're shopping in a market and prices are not displayed on items, the shopkeeper will usually, when you ask a price, they'll usually quote a price that is 4 times the actual price that they're willing to sell the item for. So for a lot of tourists, they think, oh, okay, that's okay, I will still pay that price. And you are being ripped off, because that shopkeeper has made so much money from you just by accepting that first offer. You have to bargain the price down when you are shopping in Thailand. Shopkeepers are so used to it, so they will not get offended if you bargain down the price. Usually what I do is, if I like something, I will show my interest, only if I really want to buy it, and I will ask for the price, and then I will usually offer, most of the time, like half of the price that they have said to me, and then I usually go on from there. And we agree with a price that's good for the shopkeeper and that's good for me. But when the shopkeeper sees a tourist, they will give you the highest, a very high price. And it's the same with taxi drivers, not taxi drivers, tuk-tuk drivers as well. You can bargain the price down to get a price that's also good for you, because they are still making money. They won't sell it to you if they're not making profit. Similarly, when you are in a market and they have street food stalls everywhere, sometimes they will approach you and they'll ask you to try certain foods. The good thing is not to try foods unless you negotiate a price first beforehand. Otherwise, if you start eating food and then you ask for the price after, they can charge you whatever they like and you will have to pay it, which could end up very expensive. Same with tuk-tuk drivers, negotiate a price beforehand, otherwise you could be dishing out a lot of money. Okay, I really hope this video was helpful. I've tried to make it as short as possible, and I hope I haven't been talking too fast. So, like I said before, if you have ever experienced any of these scams that I've talked about, or if there are any scams that I haven't mentioned that you feel that people should know about, please put it in the comments section below. I'd really appreciate that. And if you're thinking about going to Thailand yourself, comment in the comments section below. I'd really love to hear about what people are doing and where people are going. But yes, anyway, if you like this video and found it helpful, please like, share it to anyone who you know is going to Thailand, and stay tuned for more videos. See ya!